Okay, guys, we'll make a start with the England press conference.
Morning, guys. Afternoon. You've got the team. From our point of view, it's good to have some continuity from the end of last season and through the summer tour. Andrew Sheridan back in. Both him and Tim have both missed a little bit of game time this season, but we felt he just edged that selection. Simon Shaw's not made it in terms of recovering from his injury, so Dave Atwood was a selection for the bench with Henry Faree, so two new caps there. Obviously Lewis came through his game on Sunday and resumes the captaincy of the team.
I think just elaborate, if you will, on Andrew Sheridan. Just what does he bring to a really destructive scrummaging now?
Well, he's a very strong player. We know that. We feel we can get more out of Andy the way we want to play him, we want to use him. He's done pretty well. A big injury last year, missed a lot of rugby, hasn't played for us since March 2009. So, yeah, it's going to be, scrummaging wise, they're a very competent unit, very destructive themselves, so it's going to be a big challenge for that whole front row as a unit, and Dan as well. Dan Cole's first game against the All Blacks.
About the continuity here, and indeed why change already in the team. I mean, that victory in particular, have you noticed how that has changed the dynamic in this training?
Well, we don't want to harp on about it because we're in. It's the next game that's important, but it's part of the road a little bit, isn't it, for a team? And we had some disappointing loss the week before that, and the last game we played in Paris when we lost 12-10. We put ourselves in a place to win that game, but we didn't do it. So it's part of the road. You travel a little bit, and the bumps in the road that we've been through. So, but we're concentrating now on our performance on Saturday, and we've got to carry on from there and step up again from what we did.
What did you make of the match in Hong Kong last week? I mean, I guess it shows you really can be beaten.
It seems intense. It was fast. That's Test rugby. That's all the things we've been talking about to our players before, during, after the summer tour. That's what we're into. We're playing against the top sides in the world. Mistakes get punished. New Zealand conceded 4, Australia 3. If you get it wrong defensively, they'll take those chances. So we have to be right on it from the first kick-off, and we've been saying that since we got together in August, and we've been talking to the guys since pre-season about that. So that's the challenge when you play the All Blacks. They don't lose many, even in a bad year. They've had the edge, and we spoke last week. South Africa won it last year. They've just had that edge this year a little bit. Margins are tight. Australia have probably got better and better. They've gone through the season as well, and they won with the last kick of the game. But that's the nature of it.
What will that have done to New Zealand itself? We saw how the Australians reacted. Conversely, how much did that damage New Zealand?
I don't think so. I think that they're a pretty mature side. They've got a lot of veteran guys in there. They'll have seen the mistakes they made, and at the end of the game they do things slightly differently. They probably win it, but that's why we play. Players have to get it right for 80 minutes, and if you make a mistake and give them another shot, which they did, they took it. So I don't think it really affected their self-belief. You don't lose that overnight.
Were you encouraged by the way it was refereed by Anna, and you've got another Northern Hemisphere ref on Saturday? Were you happy with the breakdown and the hit at scrum time? And that caused a few problems. Are you happy that England are going to get that right?
Well, I'm happy we've done the work to get it right. I'm happy where the game is in those terms. The scrimmage has been slowed down a bit. It is what it is. The guys have been working on that this morning. And within the nature of the game, it's going to be big that we don't give away free kicks and penalties in that area, and we get a good base to work off from the scrum. So that's the battle. Yeah, I think we're confident the guys know what to expect from Roman. He's been over here. He's a very, very strong referee. Very good nature about him and very calm on the field. So no problem with that.
And with no summer tour next season, just how important is this entire series, Martin, with the calibre of this opposition?
Well, you've got to play the best. I mean, it's not about whether there's a tour next year or not. It's a chance to play the best teams in the world. So, we talked last week a lot about where the team's going, and now the focus comes down to this Saturday. That's all we're thinking about now is putting the detail in to be where we need to be this week. I mean, they've played a game, which is good, but they've also had to travel and change time zones, which isn't. So we've had a good 2 weeks preparation, and ultimately need to get out there and get on the field and do it.
Question for Mike, if I may finally. Mike, as a defence coach, is this the toughest challenge in international rugby you're facing this weekend?
Well, I think nothing's changed. With them losing last weekend, they're still the number one team in the world. They're still scoring an average of 3 tries a game. So, we've got our challenges there. We're pretty confident where we're sitting defensively in world rugby at the moment. But ultimately, to beat the best in the world, we've just got to up the ante again, and we're looking forward to that challenge.
Martin, the Ashton Kuwaita numbering, what's the reason for the sort of change of emphasis there? Can we read too much into that? What's your
We can read into it what you like, so you have to wait and see what happens on the field on Saturday.
But it's a departure from what you've done.
Well, you can find out. We're not going to give you everything here and there.
In terms of the continuity issue, obviously, you had the one change from Australia, which is exactly the kind of position you want to be in, isn't it? That kind of sort of feeling that the team is together. Because this time last year against New Zealand, only 2 of this team started.
Yeah, it's vital because, as I said, the detail is what wins your games, and you can only build on that when you're together. Moving on from what we did in the summer, building on from this game, the things we learn, the things we take forward from it. So it's vital, and the sort of intangibles as well. The team coming together, you can feel that. The group's been through a little bit. This is another step in the road, if you like. And they're looking forward to getting out there. Quite a few of the guys have not started a Test match at Twickenham when you look at it. So to do that and to play the All Blacks, it's going to be a big occasion. But we don't need to get carried away with that. We need to be thinking and be calm on the field as well, because we can't be headless. If you do that and you're not thinking, they'll pick you off. They'll find the mismatches and they'll take those chances. So it's a good challenge for these guys. They're looking forward to it. I think they're in the right place. They know what New Zealand are about as a side, and ultimately you've got to go out there and play against it.
For want of a better word, do you feel sort of extra sort of maturity within the group post Australia?
Maturity is the word. It's just part of their experience, isn't it? Together, they've been there. They've won a Test match in the Southern Hemisphere. That's fantastic, but we don't want to be talking about that this time next year, or in 3 or 4 weeks' time. We want to be talking about what we've done during the autumn.
Just wondering, Martin, your thoughts on, obviously, 2 of your former Leicester players in terms of Ben Youngs and Tony Flood, a great opportunity coming forward to maybe try and move forward and that sort of 9-10 axis, a great opportunity in the next 4 weeks. What do you expect from them?
Well, I agree. They've both been playing very well this season, been in great form, deserve their chance to start. I think Danny Care's also put Ben under good pressure, and that's right as well. Having him on the bench, so they both have plenty of opportunities during the series. Obviously we lost Johnny last week, but we gave Charlie an opportunity to come back in the tour, and he took that. So he's been really good for us the last 2 weeks. He slotted in fantastically well. So there's a good group there. Toby's, I think getting better and as he goes game by game. He's missed quite a few in the last 2 years for whatever reason, been injured. So getting him on the field, and he's just going to grow and grow, I think.
And what did you make of Lewis on Sunday? Obviously, a very full-on performance, straight back in, and looked pretty sharp.
Yeah, I think those guys have been there for a long time. You know what you'll get in Test matches. You know what they'll do for you. I thought his last game, he played one of his best games for England for a long time. So he's keen to get out there and play and to lead, and he's done a great job coming as captain, backed up by Mike Tyndall and Steve and Nick Easter and Mark Cueto, the sort of older guys in the group. So it's a good mix, and we've just got to go and play now. Do it at 2:30 on Saturday.
And just finally for me, Shante Hatte, obviously a great opportunity for him against the team that he's represented at previous levels as well. It's going to be quite an interesting one for everybody. Yeah,
he's done very well for Shante, and I think I thought the criticism he got after his first game in Australia was unjustified. He didn't get many opportunities. He defended very well in that game, and I thought you saw in the second test what he can do for us. So he's another guy who's just going to, and he's an older player obviously, but he's got that maturity. But he'll just get better and better as he gets exposed, to this level of Test rugby. And him and Micah, they give us, I think people underestimate them a little bit, which is fine from our point of view. So we're looking forward to seeing them go on Saturday.
Take one more, please.
Can I just ask you, Shante wasn't taking part in the practice this morning. Is there any reason for that? No injury-wise?
No, he's just a little bit old. No, he's okay. He would train twice today, so he's going to train this afternoon. So it was a chance for the guys to step in and play some roles. He's had a good 2 weeks prep. He hasn't missed anything really, so he's fine.
Thank you very much. Thank you.